Hi guys, I am Sohini and welcome to my channel. This is the first time I'm going out of my shell of tarot for tired people. I think so. Anyway, as I said, the whole idea of doing this is basically if I were to monetize the channel, or everyone that's monetized or is taking money from a brand for any perspective, even if it's a gift, there's a law here that we have to then register as a content creator. Like, they have a lot of resources. They are now looking at content creators as businesses. So you can have a content creator visa, a content creator bank account, all of those things. So it's actually a good thing in a way. But because tarot is like a little bit of an underground topic, I just thought long term, am I only going to talk about tarot? Probably not. End of the day, I think the evolution is happening of me going back to being that writer that I abandoned for capitalism. So I was like, okay, if this is going to be about my inner life, which includes journaling, writing, books, etc., and tarot, then I don't want to just talk about tarot. And it just makes sense in the monetization perspective. If I were to register, I'd like to register. They register the social media account you're most proud of. So if I get, say, this channel monetized, then I'd have to register this and have to register the other one, which doesn't make any sense. So that is why I am Sohini and welcome to my channel. Did not expect this to happen, but I guess time is really moving fast and all of these things had to happen before I turned 40. But here we are. So thank you for being around. If you're new, well, I'm talking to the guys who knew me as Tarot for Tired People and how I'm evolving and why I'm evolving, basically. But right now, for everyone, we are still talking tarot with a little bit of other kind of videos, which you can or cannot watch. That's up to you. And today we're doing a haul. So the first deck I got in is nobody's surprise, the Odyssean Tarot. Because I obviously have the Shakespeare Tarot by Welkin, and I'm so in love with it that I was like, okay, I probably want to try the more popular one from their store, which is the Odyssean Tarot. Now, there are enough walkthroughs of this deck, so I'm not going to bother you with a walkthrough because we have other decks that we want to go through. But what I feel about this deck is what I want to talk about. I think this is it's a ceremonial deck. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy this deck has. It's very oracular. It's very, not just because it's found out, but just the way it's done, the kind of reading voice it has is very high context readings. Oops, I don't know if that is allowed. The backs are freaking gorgeous. I mean, I love these backs. I think it's one of my favorite backs till now. It's very layered. It's not traditional. Like, you have the centaur as the hermit, or is it the minotaur? Anyway, the kind of myths that he has used for the positions that he has used is, will make you rethink about the meaning of it. So it's quite interesting. And I like what Marlene Teresa said about this deck in her channel. Why she bought it was to kind of rekindle her love for, is everything turned? For Greek mythology. And I think that is also a huge part and a plus point of this deck, because this book is really good. Like, it has so much information and everything about the Greek myths. I love reading historical fiction, retelling of the Greek myths from feminist perspective. Those are one very favorite category of books that I love reading. But to read the myths as they stand in a stoic essay-like language was very interesting. So I'm really glad I have it. It's almost like an encyclopedia of the myths, because usually when I'm reading them as fiction or I'm reading them as a retelling from feminist perspective, oh my god, it's very, very different, So these I really like. He has gone into so much detail. It is very, very well done. So I completely understand why this became as popular as it did back when it released, and why it is still running as a such a popular deck. The reason I did not buy it is because I was very worried about the fact that it does not have any titles and everything is a number. But because of the borders, like this border is for pentacles, it is easy to read. But I think for me especially, this is just me and my neurodivergence. I would have preferred if he did what he did with the Shakespeare Tarot, where he put the names for the major arcana and for the court cards. If he had done that for this, it would have been really, really helpful. But you know what? I don't mind. It's fine. Like, this is the Hangman. This is the Ace of Wands. So, Ace of Swords. So you have the Flame, the Cups, this is the major arcana, pentacles, and this is the swords. So it's really well done. I love this deck. I think it's very ceremonial. It's not something that you use every day, probably altars and things like that, though the Matronua sits on my altar. But this I would use for moon readings and things like that. Yeah, see, the Minotaur is for demon of, which is Knight of Demon, I don't know, Knight of Wands. Now the Minotaur was a tragic story of the Minotaur, or Minos. Minos kept him in this room and in the labyrinth and all of those things. So it was quite a tragic story because he was kind of betrayed. But I like how Chris Leach, am I getting the creator's name right? I've seen so many videos of the Odyssean Tarot and everybody keeps forgetting his name, and I am here doing exactly the same. But I really like how much detail he's gone into, why he went into so much detail, what is his background of it, his interest in it, etc., etc. So I think it is very, very well done. We are going to move on to the other decks because we also have an unboxing, and there are a billion walkthroughs of this deck on TarotTube. But this was the first deck of my haul. The second deck of my haul, as you know, I don't have a lot of witchy decks, and I figured, why not get the Witch's Tarot? Now, the reason why I had sat on the fence for this was because I was not comfortable with the fact that all these women were photographed by a man. But I got over it, and I said, if everyone seems to be okay with it, the energy of it, everything looks so good on screen that I want to get it, and these women all give their content to be like, it's like, I've been in fashion. I was working for a fashion magazine. Women are getting photographed. All the photographers mostly were men. It is what it is, So yeah, I saw being approved about it and I got the deck. And it was free shipping, so that helped. Now we know it. I cannot show most of the images of this deck, but I do want to speak about this deck. I think it's a very, very, very cool deck. I think it is everything that I thought it wouldn't be. So as you know, which image can I show? Yeah. It has a lot of extra cards, like Burning at the Stake is an extra card, but it's photography, it's cinematic. It's also very editorial. There are a lot of fashion shoots we have done like this. It's extremely editorial. I love that about it. It's got this black edging, as you can see, which is nice. It's got this matte cardstock. It's also got him. I find this very, I don't know, him being the fool and rest being women. I don't know, I don't know that part, but it's okay. We'll live with it. It's very editorial. It's like finding photos, in a box, very cinematic in that way. But it's also very, there are parts of it that are quite goth. And I like that. I think I was looking for something like this, which, look at that. Look at these. Look at that. It's such a nice image. It's such a, let me bring that in. How cool is that? Each of the cards are very, very cinematic and very, when I say cinematic, I mean like not just old film, but by itself, each card sort of tells a story, and I really, really enjoy that about this deck. It has a voice, where in the interview it was all pentacles. So I expected it to be very liminal for me and very, oh, my witchy deck. But actually it speaks, after that I've been asking it a lot of businessy questions, and it speaks really well for work and business and all of those things, more than the liminal ways that I thought it would be. So that's quite interesting, right? And I thought most of the images were nudes, but they aren't, because I don't know how comfortable I am personally with all images being nudie. But most of them aren't. It's the vibe. It's not really about, it's very tastefully done. The ones that have nudes are just editorially, styled, so you don't even feel like it's someone that's nude. And look at the amount of cards I'm showing you, and none of them are in the nude. So if you're someone who's been also sitting on the fence for all these reasons, like this could be on a fashion magazine, this on the pages of a fashion magazine. Whoever styled the shoot for this deck did a really good job. I don't know if he styled the shoot himself. I will put the cardstock from whatever I get from his Etsy shop on screen. Editing S will put it so that our cardstock buddies are happy to know what cardstock this deck is. But yeah, it's a new deck in my collection. I'm very happy with it. I think it's really, the art direction is very nice. The creative direction is very nice. And yay to my witchy decks. This is the Witch's Tarot. Okay guys, this one, Instant Love, new deck. This is called Tarot of Inner Landscapes. I saw it on SC Tarot's channel, I think, for the first time, and then I had it on my wish list for a very long time, and I hit the buy button on it. She sent it really fast. So this is by Camille. It's a beautiful deck, depending on the kind of art you like. So it's not edged, it's got these backs, it's square, as you can tell, and it's a little bit short. It's matte, soft matte finishing. Editing S can put the cardstock somewhere on screen. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is so atmospheric. It's so symbolic in a way of not the tarot symbology, but more the symbology of the meaning, the way it is expressed, the very, the color palette being so stark, so rural, so, held back, that I need to move the cards while I speak. It is just, I don't know how, but it appeals to a part of my soul in the way I thought something called Tarot of Inner Landscapes would. For someone who loves loud, colorful decks, this one, I thought, okay, maybe it just gets added to my collection. But the ones that I underestimate tend to be the ones I connect the most with, because of how moody this deck is. How symbolic this deck is, how abstracted this deck is. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Like, how beautifully is it done? It literally made me sit down and want to sketch this myself. And what I love about it is that you have this line sort of going by, and there is a sense of what is happening above and what is happening below. And there is a sense of, when I say rural, I mean the landscape is not lush. There is that beige wheat shade that comes on rural landscapes, at least in India, when we think of it in the summer when things are a little bit dry. And, that's how I feel about this one. It just, everything about, like, there is that, and when you put it in a spread, it just looks like, I love that there is the red in the wands, and the cups have this beautiful blue that flies through. This is the Four of Cups, and you have someone submerged, and there is a water body. But every time there's the wands, I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, every time there is the wands, there's the red. While when it is Major Arcana, it is something like this. So there is this very pared down color palette, but so easy to read, but only when you want something non-traditional, where you want that. Even in a non-traditional tarot, I do want the symbology that is of the the meaning of the card, what it stands for, the archetype of the card, right? And that is what comes through beautifully in this deck. This is a very liminal deck. This is a very contemplative deck. I've already started using it. It makes me want to write. I've already started using it as part of my journaling practice. When my journaling practice is a little bit mature, I will be ready to talk about it. I thought, having failed in French several times in my college years, I would find it very difficult, but it wasn't. I mean, look at the cards. I think this is vastly underrated. I know that she's in France. I know that maybe for you guys in the US, it might be difficult to ship. I don't know if she ships to the US. You know, I locally ship, so within France, it was fine. But it is just, this is the King of Swords. I love there is that wind in the landscape. The landscape's so stark. It is a very inner landscape, but your soul in a very existential plane, you know, where you're sitting with those questions that you don't every day ask. It's not oh, what's my 5-year plan, but your meaning on this earth. There is a sadness about this deck, but that's the sadness of just being human. I mean, even at our happiest moments, there's always something that, you know, in our soul kind of holds heavy, that is sad, whether it is the fact that our life itself is finite, whether the people we love are going to not be around, people and pets, or just that the world is finite. Irrespective of anything, sadness is a very big part of human life and of the soul. And this is why I love existentialism. And, you know, I like knowing that that is there and I live with it. Great art comes out of that sadness. Of great art comes out of, you know, every single person. If you remain at a very conscious level of, and you don't deep dive, you're not going to find it. And then that art does not come out of it, you know. This deck captures that, I feel. You can tell I'm really, really in love with this deck. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful cardstock too. It's not edged. It doesn't even have a box. It's just very stark. If you're looking for meaning, you will find it with me. Or at least I will take you on that quest. Love it. It's beautiful. I could spend, like, this is the Hermit card. How gorgeous is that? You have that light that connects, that is going out. It's very symbolic, like I said. There's a lot, like this is the Sun card. Just look at that. But it's just so, you know, when that sun, like I remember, I've not been a lot to rural India. As I said, I'm a city girl, but there is that sense of, you know, in India, we grow a lot of rice and all of that. So rural India is full of rice fields, etc., especially in and around where I live, because we are a rice eating community. We grow most of, you know, the world's rice. But if you went there in summer, it would be like this. It would be ravaged by the sun. It would be, you know, quite red and, you know, these colors. And it would look like it really needs the monsoon to come in. The whole land is parched like the human beings. There's so much of literature around that from Bengal. But this card kind of also expresses that strength of the blaze of the sun. Yeah, it's a gorgeous deck. If you can get out your hands on it, if it's something that is appealing to you here, I would say you should, because it also reads beautifully, as you can tell. So that's our third deck. Now we are going to move. Oh, so it doesn't come with a box, so I just put it in a bag. Oh, one of my bags that I have. Okay, now we are going to do an unboxing. I've just taken the plastic out, but we're going to do an unboxing of a Kickstarter that came in today. And anything that comes in on shooting day gets featured in the video. This is the Wonderstruck Tarot, something that I had backed, a deck that I had backed, and then I cried because this deck went retail before it came to us. Anyway, now they have delivered it, and I'm happy about that, because I was looking forward to this deck. It's so romantic. I wanted to get it in around this time. And I would have waited. It doesn't matter to me. It's fine if I have to wait a while. But when I start seeing it on in retail while I've backed something, that really gets me really pissed off, because that's not fair. There wouldn't be a project if it wasn't for the backers. So I did a lot of hue and cry about it. It's fine. I got over it. I'm happy we received it. So this one says, these are the stickers you get. I don't think I think I always back just the deck. So maybe this is free. Anyway, this would look really cute in the journal. This is their business card. I think they have another Kickstarter going on right now. And we are going to open this together. So this was shrink wrapped. It's so beautiful. Step into the world where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, captures the magic. I'm going to remove my coffee so that we do not spoil anything. It looks gorgeous. When I saw it, I was like, I was excited about this one. That's why I was upset that it went retail. Oh, so this isn't open fully. Can you tell? It's like that, but it says, born from everyday beauty, a love for soulful journey. This is the guidebook, and these are the cards. So the cards also were shrink wrapped, but I took that out and I put it out for cleansing so that you didn't have to watch me struggle with plastic shrink wrap. Anyway, this is the guidebook. Shall we look at the guidebook first? It's a nice glossy guidebook. There's a letter. Thank you for letting us share our world. This is Wonderstruck Studio. I think they're from Singapore. If you have not backed it, it's available everywhere, Vermilion and all of that. So because it's an Asian deck, using your deck major arcana, and you have a little bit of writing why they chose the kind of art they did. And like the high priestess is in a moonlit library holding an open book, so it describes what they have done, and health, wealth, relationship, upright keywords, and that's how it is done. Okay, thank you for making this happen. Okay, nice. I'm happy about this deck, like no complaints in that way. Like I thought we'll go through it now. So it has, does it have a gilding, edging? It does, right? A little rainbow one. Oh, the backs. I'd seen the backs and I was like, so beautiful. Love it. It's so gorgeous. And look at that foil. Can you guys tell? Oh, the work is exquisite, and beautiful use of color theory, color wheel rather. Okay, so it starts with Ace of Cups. Interesting, right? I will bring you guys closer. Is this close enough? I think so. Let's get on with it. Is this straight? Yeah, it's straight. Okay. So this is the Ace of Cups. Love that it's holding the Two of Cups. Oh, so it starts with the cups. Interesting, right? Oh, that looks like a Desi woman. Love that. So it's so cute. My gosh. It's so well done. Love that it's borderless. And you can read the title quite well in reality, even if, yeah, see, sometimes these things get stuck. Even if you feel like you are not able to read it on camera, I'm able to read it. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Oh, gorgeous. I love my fashiony girls. It's so illustrative. It's so romantic. It's so ornamental. And no men. Oh, so it's the cups and then the major arcana. So you have the Fool, the Magician. Wow. The High Priestess. I had seen this one on Kickstarter. The Empress. Oh, she's got a little cat. Love that. Oh, the Emperor. She's boss lady, isn't she? The Hierophant. Got a lot of crystals there. The Lovers. Very conservative. I like that. The Chariot. Strength. Oh, it's the panda. That is so cute. So the cards are quite thick. I like that. And it's a nice size. Should I show you with a standard tarot? So this is a standard tarot and this is them. It's wider, but it's the same height. Oops, I think yeah. The Hermit, she's gone camping. You not step on, this is a brand new, excuse me, it's a brand new deck. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. We're just going to ignore Luna, okay? I don't care what she wants to do. The Hanged Man, that is so cool. I actually have a friend of a friend who performs in parties like that. Death is a gorgeous, fashionable death. Isn't it? Luna. Temperance. Yes, the devil. Yes, I understand that. The Tower. And it's all foiling, guys. Like, look at that. These are all like everywhere, whether it's silver, whether it's gold, whether it's red or pink. You know, a lot of it, there's a lot of foiling in these cards. So the experience of it is amazing. The Moon and the Sun. Oh, the color wheel has been used beautifully. Judgment. The World. The Flow, that's extra card. The Outsider, extra card. Tranquility, extra card. Dirty Laundry, extra card. And then it goes to Ace of Pentacles. Love it. I liked, and the reason I backed it was also because it was so modern, right? End of the day, you want to see yourself in a way onto the cards, and this is who we are. So, you know, we're swiping that card everywhere. Like, I like that about, and I love that there's a lot of use, now I can see, but there's a lot of use of Middle Eastern and Asian architecture and flowers, and, you know, it doesn't feel just life in Italy, but it could be anywhere. Ooh, Three of Pentacles. Yep, got that. I like how they have expressed Four of Pentacles. The meanings of the cards. I love that in the Five of Pentacles, she's outside a shop. Like that. Six of Pentacles. Oh, so cute. So I know we are not doing the full flip through, but I tried to rush through the others so we could go through this deck since I'm going through it with you guys. It is so beautiful. Eight of Pentacles. This yellow, shades of green, blue and red, just the whole thing works really well. You have to be a good designer for this. Ten of Pentacles. Love that the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, her and her dogs and her jewelry, and not just necessarily me and my big family. Like, I love that the meanings have been expressed with the modern, not so traditional meanings of archetypes of life now, you know, and that's something that I'm always looking for, because my Ten of Pentacles doesn't necessarily look like one with 5 children, you know, or even 1 child. This child of mine, child number 2, is more than enough. Thank you. Please. Page of Pentacles, Knight, Queen, King. And I love wherever they've brought in Indian, you know, they've changed the clothes. That's something that I appreciate. You know how I am craving always for correct representation of my culture in this world, especially. Everywhere else, I think it's there. It's just Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. You immediately feel like this is someone with her head over heart kind of a person. Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. I don't get that, but okay. We're here for it. Six of Swords, beautiful. And guys, I don't know if you can tell, but this, if you see, the entire boat is foil, and so is every silver that is there, basically. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. It looks more dreamy, but okay, sure. Nine of Swords. Oh, beautiful. But she's dead. Page of Swords, Knight. Oh, beautiful. So this is what I love. Like here now, I can immediately tell this is, someone probably from the, the Arctic regions, could be the Inuiki, Greenlandic, could be like that, could be more Central Asian, Russian. Like you get that diversity in that perspective, even if it is not in skin tone, even if it's in beautiful traditional wear. So I think, like for example, this is very Thai, right? So I like that they have done it through the fashion and not just through skin tone. That's something that I'm very, very happy about. Your girl loves fashion. Oh, Ace of Wands is so decadent. This deck is decadent. It is so filled with so many colors, and it's delicious. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Oh. Got that right. Love it. Six of Wands. Yeah, see, you have this is Chinese, this is so Indian, this is probably European, but very traditional European fashion. So even the patterns and the way the florals have been used, I like that. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Okay. I am happy. It's okay if it came late. I'm really glad for somebody who is such a newbie when it comes to... Luna, you're sitting on the other cards. Let me see. Yeah, you're sitting on the other cards. For someone who, I don't know, is so new to Kickstarter, I've just started backing. I'm really happy how this turned out, but I really want anybody who's doing a Kickstarter to understand that you must ship it to backers before you go retail. That's not fair. So, but they were very apologetic about it, so I'm okay with it. I think it's still beautiful, and if you want it, they are retailing everywhere, from Vermilion, anywhere where you get Asian decks. So Vermilion, Taobao, but you guys don't have Taobao. I have access to Taobao. That's the Chinese retail. That's the Chinese Amazon, basically. Okay, so shall we read a card? Let's get one card. Okay, I'm shuffling in the background, or we can shuffle here. That's fine. No, too embarrassed for that. Okay, we have Queen of Swords. Now, let's look for Queen of Swords in the guidebook. I swear to God, this cat of mine, she should really just open her own YouTube channel. I'm not going to help her with it. Don't ask me to. Okay, so, do you want me to? The Queen of Swords sits with calm authority, her white fur coat and polar bear, hopefully faux fur, polar bear companion symbolizing clarity and strength and resilience. She embodies intellect balanced with compassion, a truth seeker who values honesty above comfort. And then there's a health reading, a wealth reading, and a relationship reading. There's also more stuff. And then there is, basically, I wanted to show that if you are a beginner, you'd be able to read with it, because this is not bad. This is good. And I've always said, right, if you're a beginner, don't just rely on the guidebook. Rely on a book written on tarot, because guidebooks can differ. Love that. I love the Indian representation in this deck. It feels very diverse to me. And for some reason, like I said, diversity tends to never include Indians. So that way I'm really, really happy. Like, look how beautiful it looks together, guys. I'm so happy. It's okay if they sent it to retail first. No complaints. It's so nice. I love it. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this with you. I enjoyed, unboxing this. I enjoyed gushing over Tarot of Inner Landscapes. I did want to tell you, this one has no guidebook. It doesn't have a box. It doesn't have a guidebook. It's quite expensive for something that doesn't have any of that, but it's done so beautifully that if this is speaking to you, you are going to connect with it. It is a very personal deck, is what it feels like. For someone who is a professional tarot reader, I don't know how many places you can use this deck with, but then again, I don't read for other people, so I wouldn't know. But for a personal reading, as a personal practitioner, this is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will come back with more videos, more views, more babbling later on. For now, I'll let you go, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for being around. Thank you for being part of this change of channel name and identity and I don't know what. Anyway, we'll see. Bye guys, and bye from Luna also. Luna, go. But she doesn't want to go. Okay, bye.